Hi guys! There are many variations of sundubu out there, especially at sundubu specialty restaurants here in US. But back home in Korea, sundubu is traditionally made with well-fermented kimchi and pork, or with clams, or with all three. Here I have my own recipe for sundubu. I came up with this recipe because I crave sundubu after a long day at work and it's cold outside. I don't always have those traditional sundubu ingredients at hand, and I want something quick and simple without losing the flavors. Let's go over the main ingredients. Sundubu. If you buy the boxed one, make sure it says extra soft. This one says 11 ounces. So somewhere between 10 to 12 ounces will work for this recipe. Enoki mushroom. It's called 팽이버섯 in Korean. I chose this mushroom because I like my sundubu without any chunks of vegetables. I just want to enjoy the soft texture of the tofu. But this mushroom has many nutrients than you would expect. Any cup of stock or broth of your choice. Chicken stock, vegetable stock, beef stock, anchovy stock, anything will work. And some spices and seasonings and aromatic vegetables, that's it. We need 2 ounces of this enoki mushroom. And we need 2 ounces of onion. Can you guys see how small the pieces are? That's what we're going for. We don't want any big chunks in this soup. 3 cloves, medium garlic, minced. I'm going to set that aside. And the green onion, just 1 stalk. Save all that for garnish later. This will go in the soup. Let's make the sauce now. 1 tablespoon gochugaru, 1 tablespoon soup soy sauce. If you don't have this, for this recipe, I will use 1 teaspoon regular soy sauce and ½ teaspoon salt. This is 1 tablespoon neutral flavored vegetable oil, 2 teaspoon sesame seed oil. This is 1/4 teaspoon freshly ground black pepper. Mix really well. So I'm going to set that aside. Now the mushroom is well drained. Then I'm going to chop the mushroom quite small. That's only 2 ounces of mushroom, but it's quite a lot, huh? I'm gonna cut right in the middle, the very pointy side, and poke at it. Do not try to slice it without making the poke. And then now it will slice. Let this drain as well. So in a colander, I'm going to separate the egg, the white and the yolk. The bowl for the yolk should have some trace of water. If the bowl is completely dry, then the yolk can break in a dry bowl. Cup and a quarter. I'm aiming for 1 cup of shrimp stock, so we might lose a little bit. I cook with shrimp, and some recipes don't require the head and then the peel, so then I save them frozen. The peels will give you great flavor as well, so always save them. I'm going to close the lid to bring the water to boil. Okay, now the water start to boil, so I'm going to reduce the heat to medium and then set the timer for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to turn off the heat. One thing I want to point out is that shrimp, like any other seafood, is inherently salty a little bit, so this stock is already naturally seasoned. Give it a little taste. It's very good. I'm just amazed every time I could get such a great flavored stock only cooking for 5 minutes, and I want it to be just 1 cup. Yep, it's just 1 cup. Set that aside. I didn't clean the pot. Pot is being heated on medium high. We're trying to make nice red chili oil. I see the sizzle. I'm just going to count 10. 1, 10. That's it. And then now I'm going to add the onions and the garlic, and then the white part of the green onion. And this I will saute for about 2 or 3 minutes. Onion will release water, so it's not going to burn the gochugaru. So if you do this, bloom the gochugaru in the oil and the soy sauce, and then saute for 2 to 3 minutes, you're going to get a really nice chili oil floating on top of the soup at the end. So you don't have to buy chili oil separately. Now I can see it's going to start to stick. I can see that. I see that's happening. So now I'm going to pour in the cup of shrimp stock that we just made and bring this up to a boil. I'm going to close the lid so it can bring to a full boil. Now it's boiling, so I'm going to reduce the heat to medium and set the timer for 7 minutes and close the lid. So what I'm trying to do now is for 7 minutes, those finely chopped onion and garlic will release its sweet flavor. 7 minutes have passed. Please do not use more than 1 cup because sundubu should not have lots of water. So 1 cup is enough for that amount of tofu. Let's add the mushroom. Okay, stir. We're going to add tofu as well. Take a look at this. See how much water the tofu had released. Okay. I'm not going to break the tofu. Let me explain about the egg, what I do with egg. Pour in the egg white right now, and I'm going to let it cook without stirring it. Okay, now it's really bubbly, so I'm going to reduce the heat to medium high and close the lid and simmer for 3 minutes. This is the best part of the cooking. Let me show you the egg white. This is what happened to the egg white. That looks like another chunk of tofu. Isn't that what it looks like? Okay, I'm going to break the tofu. Okay, reduce the heat to medium. Extra seasoning. This is 1/4 teaspoon of hondashi. And give it a nice stir. Okay. Pinch of salt. And I'm going to give it a taste. It's ready. Quite delicious. Let me just add more. Put the egg yolk right there in the middle. Let me give it another taste. This is so delicious. Enoki mushroom. It gives you nice chewy contrast texture. Comforting and satisfying just looking at it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, bye bye.